Hello, fellow traders. There is something really interesting happening with the SP500 that I want to share with you. I've been predicting that this is going to happen for some time now, maybe even I could say months, and I think it's finally happening. Um, let's first take a little look at the daily chart. This is the daily chart, okay? The SP500 is trading for the first time in a long time below the 250 moving average. Let's take a look at how long it has been since it hasn't been trading, since it last traded on this range. Below that. It's the first time in all of this time that it's trading there, and the closest it got before now was in September, November of 2023, and even then it was nowhere close to where it is right now because it has already consolidated below. And let me tell you, this is a very, very bad sign if you're investing. If you're thinking of buying the SP500, I would I would interpret this as a very bad sign that something is going to happen, and I'm going to tell you what. But before that, really quick, please subscribe for more videos like this and leave a like. If this video reaches 50 likes, then I'll know there is demand for this and I'll make a way to publish the full drawings so you guys can have it as a file or something instead of having to copy from this video or something like that. So please subscribe and leave a like. And now let's look at the weekly time frame. In the weekly time frame, the most important resistance support lines are at 6,074 and 5,676. Since the price has respected it as a resistance here and here, establishing them as really, really strong resistance lines. And for the first time since then, it got close to breaking below the 5,700 resistance, 5,676. And actually, it erased a long, long time of gains. It basically erased the gains of all this area. Oh, let me clean this a little bit. It erased the gains of this area in basically 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, all of this is gone. And even though the stochastic RSI is in oversold territory, the normal RSI just crossed the 50 mark line, and it gave us a sign that this is just a pullback before falling further. If we zoom in a little bit, then we can see that the RSI is going back to touching the yellow line, and we, as you can see from previous moments, whenever it touches it, it tends to act as a resistance or support. So it's probably going to do a movement where it touches it back and then continues to fall, even though the stochastic RSI is in oversold. It, the stochastic RSI might repeat the movement of this point right here, where it does kind of a triple wave. So it might bounce back from the dotted line and continue on oversold. So that's a very good possibility if we consider that um, the price is very far in the weekly chart from the 200 moving average. So it has been needing a correction for some time. The price party, the price bonanza that has been happening since 2023 after we started recovering from the pandemic uh, seems now way too good to be true, and reality might be starting to kick in. What do we have starting in 2024 for the most part? We have AI, a race for AI, and now we are having on this time frame here, we are having results from companies that invested heavily in AI, and we are seeing that they're not getting the return that people were expecting. People basically overestimated AI, and now they might be going to pay the price. This is like a late bill, okay? It's like um, people were very happy to spend during all this time here from July of 2023. They were partying, partying, and now the price tag arrived, and it's very, very costly. And people are realizing, well, maybe it wasn't really worth what we were paying. Maybe we were too excited. And here at the yellow line, we have the 4,839 support line, which I specifically put in yellow because it's a very important resistance, I mean support line, where the 200 moving average coincides, and AI also established as a target point for the price, which was a complete coincidence. I put it first and then I saw that it put the price target there. Um, my reasoning for putting this support line there in yellow is because it's where it has been touched, the area has been touched more than once or gotten close to, and price got either rejected or supported. And now, if we consider this even actually as a double or triple top, the price is probably going to retest this major support again. So what happens if we look at the monthly time frame? If you look at the monthly time frame, everything starts to look even worse, much worse. This is not this line right here is not the 200 moving average, okay? This is the 50. moving average. And the price is so far from it, which would be considered a kind of fair price, so far that's actually below the support of 4,839, which means the price has a tendency to return to the moving average, which would mean that it confirms the price falling beyond this line, or at the very least touching below it and then consolidating around here. In the monthly chart, we can also see that we have the confirmation of this yellow support, because I'm not crazy, okay? I didn't put the support line for nothing. We can see the confirmation here of another point where it was touched as a resistance line again. So every little point is pointing to a big crash. And of course, that's my analysis, that's my prediction. You're free and you should take your own conclusions. If we look at the RSI in the monthly chart, we can see that they're both just coming from overbought conditions, and they have all the way down to reach oversold. So the price basically uh, erased all the profits here in just a few weeks. Just a few weeks. Let that sink in. 6 months worth of gains was erased in a few weeks. And the RSIs have not even moved to oversold yet. Let that sink in. I just drew right now a channel in, regarding the price, and let's analyze it for a second, considering where it starts and where it goes. Since we have erased so much profit in such little time, you would expect that the price has already reached some type of bottom, but no, it just reached half the channel. So it still has all this way to go. And look at that. Where does it coincide with? It coincides with the support line of 4,839 that I actually drew before drawing the channel. And it coincides with the 50 moving average. If the 50 if the 50 moving average is here, that means the 200 moving average is much far. It would be something like this, most likely. So best case scenario, I would say it falls to 4,839. But if there's some type of doomsday or panic selling, it could actually fall to something like 3,500. And this is not a surprise. I've been seeing that the prices have been multiples of the earnings that are very high, like 40 times the earnings, 80 times the earnings. And the prices have been getting very high on expectations of returns that have not happened. So we have the possibility of a very, very big and um, very big correction that should be expected already. In best case scenario, my prediction is that it falls at 4,839. But hey, it could not even happen. It might be that this is not what happens. Maybe the price continues to go up, but that's not what I personally expect. And some days, some weeks, or maybe 1 month or a few months from now, I'm gonna come back to here and look at this again, and we will see what happened. Um, and before we look finally at the daily chart for the last quick look, please leave a like and subscribe so we can find out in some time from now what really happened, if I was right or not. And also, if this video reaches 50 likes, I'll find a way to publish all these charts and images with you guys directly so you can have it instead of having to copy it part by part. So now let's look at the daily chart as the last thing. This is the daily chart, and in this point, the price right now, it's in the indecision moment where it's exactly at the half of the channel. So basically, there is a struggle between buyers and sellers. But as I was saying in the beginning of the video, it's trading below the 250 moving average for the first time in a long time. Um, I'm expecting it to have more of a struggle there before actually moving. If we zoom in a little bit, we can see that it formed kind of like a channel bit inside the channel right here. And considering this as a channel, I would expect the price to, I would wait for the price to cross it before continuing the movement. Right now, buyers and sellers are in a fight and respect the channel, the little channel inside the channel. So I would wait for it to cross below the white point, white line I drew first. So my perspective personally, I think I would be bearish on the SP500, and the next days and months will be very interesting to see. But you should take your own conclusions. This is my analysis only. And all I'm waiting to start acting more on this is for the price to cross right here. And then it might either consolidate around below the 5,676 price point, or it's going to be like a flash crash. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, by the way, exactly what you guys think is going to happen. Do you think this doomsday scenario is going to happen, or do you think the SP500 is about to recover? Let me know what you think. And just as a little quick last note, we have the RSI's in perfect position for a quick fall. The stochastic is in overbought, so it would now make a movement down. And the normal RSI, even though it's above the yellow line, it's below the 50 point, which means that it's still in a sell-off movement. So I would expect it to get rejected there and move down. So please subscribe for more content like this. Let me know in the comments if you agree that something big is about to happen. And please let's get this video to 50 likes, and then I'll just publish all this material. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.